Hello friends, this is our second and the last lecture on The Voice of the Rain by Walt Whitman. So today we have as usual the text. After going through the poem and reading it and enjoying it and experiencing it, now what we see is that we have got the questions squared. So we'll answer the questions one by one. First one is, what is the form of the poem? The form of the poem we have seen is dialogue form. The rain, the poet is asking a question to the rain and the rain is answering. That is the form. Or conversational, we can say, conversational. And it becomes lively, yes. And then second is, what are the poetic devices used? We have seen in the last class also I mentioned. One is personification. That is, the rain is given the attributes of a person. So he is asking a question and also replying. Answer is given. Second is, you can see, is it is onomatopoeia. In onomatopoeia is, you can see, the soft falling shower. Soft falling shower. The sound and the meaning is the same. That is onomatopoeia. And third is archaisms. Archaisms. A-R-C-H-A-I-S-M-S. Archaism. Archaism means using old words. Old but not now used. For example, art thou. Are you? That is the present use, but he uses art thou. The effect of the effect of using such expressions, old-fashioned, old and forgotten, or obsolete, we can say. These words like art thou. Who art thou? Who are you? This is modern. Who art thou? That is archaic. Say a sense of seriousness, so to say. That's the who art thou. Just as in the Bible you can see the words used are like this. Who art thou, O Lord? Not who are you. See, that is given some reverence, so to say. When you are using art thou, it is with reverence you are asking that question. That's why the poet has used the archaism. Then metaphor, of course, very plain. Who art thou? Then is I am the poem of the earth. That is metaphor, implicit comparison. You can compare me to the poem of earth. That is metaphor. Then you have got another simile. Simile, at the end of the poem you will find a song issuing from and rain comparison. The song issuing from his birthplace after fulfillment, wandering, wrecked or unwrecked, duly with love returned. Now this is compared to the rain's journey. How does it originate? Then how does it move upward and come down, etc. Same, that is simile. Then we have got another it is a dialogue. See, dialogism is a dialogue. That is two persons talking, so make it lively. And then lastly you will find the paradox. Paradox is here. My origin, I am giving life. I am giving life to my origin. Like we say, we say like this. In your birth is in your beginning is your end. That's paradox. In your beginning is your end. So I am giving life to my origin. So that is paradox, isn't it? Seemingly contradictory. Without life, how could you get yourself? From where did you get life? Without life, from where did you get life? That's the thing. So that is a paradox. So you have got, I think that 7 literary devices used. Rhyme scheme, no rhyme scheme, because it is free verse, written in free verse or blank verse, we say. Most of Shakespeare's plays are written in blank verse. Blank verse means VRC, blank verse. That means I am not writing these things on the board because on the board we have got questions. If I write something here, you are you might get disturbed, some mental disturbance will be there. That's why I'm not writing it on the word. But you can see verse V-E-R-S-E. You can take down, there's time for I'm giving you time also. So V-E-R-S-E. That is blank verse, means unrhymed, U-N-R-H-Y-M-E, unrhymed verse. You can see when you read childhood, the poem childhood, you will see that there is a rhyme scheme. But in this case, there is no rhyme. It is free. Almost like, you cannot say prose, but there is some music in it, but there is no rhyme. Means, I hope, suppose it's a plain, rain, gain, dain. That is rhyming. That is, you can say, a. That's how you say, call it. Alright. So I hope you understand. Then, you have got, once again I will say, there is personification, there is onomatopoeia, soft falling shower, there is archaism, art thou, metaphor, poem of their simile, the last brackets, what are lines written in brackets. And then you have dialogue, that means talking, two persons are talking, and lastly you have got paradox. You are giving life to something from which you originated. So how can you originate from something where there is no life? You got the point. Now that is literary devices. And then third, why does the poet think that it is strange? Because the poet never thought that it will get an answer. He will get an answer. He said, who art thou? And who art thou? Oh, soft falling shower. Then we strain that he never thought that rain would speak like this, or rain would give an answer. That's why the poet thinks that it is strange. Why does the poet call the rain soft falling shower? That is, rain and the poet, they are strangers. So he is very polite. Instead of saying to the rain, instead of that he is using soft falling shower. That is, first of all, there is reverence. Secondly, that is descriptive. Instead of rain, it's a soft falling shower. And thirdly, it brings out the qualities of the rain. As we have seen, when you come to line, say, I descend, I lave the droughts, atoms, dust layers of the globe. Then he says, another thing is that he says that then I give life to, etc. So that is softness is there. This is not a heavy downpour. So that's why he calls it soft falling shower. Reverence, not a heavy downpour. First time he is addressing. See, for example, when you are meeting a person, first time you say, who are you? No, we will say like this, may I know your good name? May I know your good name? You don't say, who are you? No. So that's the soft going near to the rain and asking. And then, of course, there is another point we have seen, onomatopoeia. That adds beauty to the poem. Yes. How does the poet describe the rain? How does the poet describe the rain? That is its origin. That's what is meant by it. How does the poet describe the origin of the... Okay, we will rewrite like this. How does the poet describe the origin? Origin and its development. Origin and its development. So that it becomes easy now, clearer. The question is clear, otherwise it may not be very clear. So he says that I rise, eternal I rise, that means forever. I don't stop, it is cyclical. Then beginning it is impalpable, you cannot see me, you cannot touch me. And further says, I rise from land and also from bottom of sea. Then I move upward. And then further he says, it is vaguely formed. I am vaguely formed. Vaguely means not clearly. See, altogether changed and at the same. So this is how the poet describes the origin, the development and the journey of the poet. That is those 3 lines, that is 4, 5. That is actually 4 and 5. Those lines, that is, they are the answer to this question. That is, eternal I rise, impalpable, of the land and bottomless sea, my origin is from there. Then I go upward, and from there I am vaguely formed, but I am changed, but the core remains the same. So that is how he describes it. And the next one is, what does the poet describe? What does the rain do? In what way the rain, we can say, in many ways we can revert that question. What way rain and bless? In what way does the rain bless the globe? Or what does the rain do? See that? Or what are the effects of the rain on earth? These are all different ways of asking the same question. And then he says, I come down, I lave the droughts. Means I wash, means I give water to the drought hit areas. That is, atoms, small particles, dust layers of I wash of the globe, and that is in them without me you will find that there are seeds only, latent, hidden, they are unborn. See that? This is what I do. So, but in other words we can say simple language, he converts an arid desert into a garden of Eden. That's simple. An arid desert he converts into, the rain converts the arid desert into a garden of Eden. Or you can say sweet showers of April, sweet April showers enliven and awaken the dormant earth. Because these are latent, no? Latent, hidden. Or you can say it helps germinate the seeds, the sleeping seeds or the dormant seeds, and make the earth so beautiful, like the Garden of Eden, you can say. You know that comparison, isn't it? Yes. So that's it. So you can see the essence of the rain is, I rise eternal, I am impalpable, I rise from the land, I from bottom sea, and then I go upward, then I am vaguely formed, I am changed altogether, but doesn't matter, the core remains the same. Then what does the rain do? In what way? You can say it washes, or it life-giving water. It sprinkles life-giving water on all the dead things in this world, and it washes the atoms and also small particles and dust layers, and it helps seeds to germinate and plants to flourish and the trees to flower and produce fruit. So that way also you can answer that. I think you are getting it, right? And what would have happened if there were no rain? That's a good question. Suppose there is no question. Then what will happen? The globe will be covered with the dust. Then seeds will go on sleeping. They will remain latent. They will remain unborn, and there will be nothing here. The world would remain an arid desert. The globe, the earth will remain an arid desert. There will be no seeds. Seeds are there, but they will remain latent. They will not germinate. The plants will not produce. Plants will not flourish. The trees and the plants will not produce flowers and fruits. And then what will happen? Nothing will happen. That's the thing. So it will remain dormant. There will be confusion. That is the thing. In the beginning of this earth, there was only chaos. So the books of scriptures, they say, in the beginning there was only chaos. Then afterwards, you have got rain, you have got the sun, you have got the other natural forces together. They make this earth a paradise for humans to live. Understand? Yes, very good. Very good. Explain the line, I give back to life to my own origin. As we have already said, it is a paradox, but it's a very important line and the most important line in this poem. And that is the gratitude of the rain. Rain is a person, we have already seen. So what does rain say? I received this thing from earth, from land and bottomless sea. So I am giving these things back to them. It is my offering. This is my offering of gratitude. Offering of my gratitude, and my heart is full of thanks for this land and bottomless sea, and therefore I am giving back to this. My origin. So here we say now, don't forget the ladder that you used to climb up to this position. We say. Very often people forget that. There may be some people, many people help. Means we all grow up because there are people to help us. Isn't it? It can be as one or two particular persons, or it can be a situation. For example, suppose in my younger days, I remember, there were no schools in my village. There was only primary school. After Sunday, a middle school. When I passed, I remember my 6th form, there a high school. They brought an high school there. Means in the sense that the government gave sanction for that. Otherwise, what would happen is in my village, there will be middle class, I will stop there. My studies. So what happened there is that because of the efforts of many people, a high school was sanctioned. So I managed to continue my studies, and after passing SSLC, of course, there are innumerable opportunities. Those days, I am speaking about 1960s. I remember, after my examination, I got direct appointment from PNT, not SLC, intermediate. At that time we had intermediate. So immediately after intermediate exam, the mark list, I received the mark list. In 5 days I got an appointment direct, even without an interview. Say that you are appointed by PNT. Some clerical post, something I don't remember what was it. Or telegraph, something. And they would be sending reminder after reminder. Till I said, I refused this, I don't want to. Then I continued, because I wanted to continue my studies. And that too because there was an evening college. You got the point. That's what I said. Sometimes situations will help you. Sometimes your background will help you. Sometimes a particular person will help you. Sometimes it may be by the government scholarship. So you should be grateful to all those people who helped you. That is what the rain teaches us. The rain says, eternally I rise. Now, if you remain grateful, what will happen? Your name will remain eternal. That's another point. See that? Eternal means you don't need to make any extra effort for that. But people will remember years to come. They will say, oh, that boy I helped and he was grateful to me. So that will be carried on. Understand? That your opinion about you, that good name or good comments about you, that will continue, so you will become eternal. Understand that? That's why the rain says, eternal I rise, impalpable. Why? Because I nourish the earth and also I do my best with the sea. Sea gets fresh water. So sea is salt water. So every year sea is you can see sea gets a good supply of fresh water. That's because of me. But that is because of me. At the same time, I am because of them. So it is a cycle. Not a vicious circle, but it is a good circle. a charitable circle, you can say. So that's why the eternal I rise. So like that, you want to remain eternal and be grateful to other people who one or the other way helped you. Nobody in this world can come up alone with his own efforts. So I just now told you, a situation can help. So that is what is meant by this. So how does your parents, yesterday I told you, parents, looking after your parents, very, very, very important. Whatever happens, even at your risking your life, we have to look after our parents. That's the lesson that you learn from here. Probably the most important lesson. Alright. So here, and teachers, not only your Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, your teacher. From darkness to light. That is it. Understand? Never forget them. Never forget them. In fact, you should be expressing your gratitude every day. Even if you don't see them, you can express your gratitude. In the morning you can get up and say like this, oh, all my teachers, God bless. Because they were the people who were behind my success today. Or my position today, whatever it is. So it's an eternal process. That's why Rain says, eternal I rise. If I don't give back, it's over. So the cycle to complete, you have to be grateful to others. Just as the rain is. It's a very important lesson. Actually, it is something that goes beyond the lines written here. Understand? That is hidden there. You have to see. And then here it is. Okay, further. Explain the line, I give back the life my own cuisine. Okay, I hope you understand. How does the poet draw a parallel between the rain and the song? The bracket, it is written there. Those are not the words of the rain, and that's why it's written in bracket. That's a comment by observation by Walt Whitman himself. What he says, song issuing from its birthplace, that is the mind of the poet. A song or a poem that originates from the mind of the poet. And then what happens? After fulfillment means fulfillment for the poets. That is satisfaction. It wanders around. It goes to different places. By way of print and book and so on and so on. And wrecked or unwrecked. That is, some people will criticize it, some people will support it. So wrecked or unwrecked sometimes. In the life of John Keats, one of the great, we can say, romantic poets, he felt sick because a magazine criticized him. Is it that? Sometimes it can happen like that. So your words can wreck the poets, or your words can unwreck the poet. Unwreck means construct the poet or destroy the poet. Make or mar. M-A-R-R, mar means destroy. But then what happens? It comes back to you. How? After a lot of discussion for and against, it comes back to you. There will be many people to appreciate that. That is, with love it returns. It returns to you, returns to the place of origin. Place of origin is the mind of the poet. For the rain, the place of origin is the land, the bottomless sea. For the poem of the song, the place of origin is the mind of the poet. The rain, the impalpable rain or form, upward it goes. Here it goes around. Poem goes around. And then the rain purifies and beautifies the earth. So after a process of discussion, debate, pro and con, for and against, the applause, the acclaim, the adulation, A-D-U-L-A-T-I-O-N, adulation. Adulation means adoration. So it comes back to the poet after some time. You see, if we can say, when James Joyce wrote his earlier work, they were not even a magazine was willing to serialize his stories. And same with Bernard Shaw, his plays. But then what happened later? Both of them, as we can see. After Shakespeare, who is the greatest of English dramatists, is Bernard Shaw. And of the modern writers, James Joyce, we can say, one of the most venerable writers of modern age, that is James Joyce. So comes back with the acclaim, returns with love and acclaim. And the same with the rain. We love rain, no? We enjoy rain. No rain, what will happen? The earth will remain an arid desert. Desert. Okay, I think it's clear. So how does the poet draw parallel between the rain and the song? I think you got enough hints. What impact could the poem make on the readers? Already I told you gratitude. Then secondly, see, if you do good, that good will return. That's the thing. Boomerang effect. Do good to somebody, definitely it will come back to you. Not from that person, but from somewhere. Take it from me, I've got plenty of incidents in my life. You may someday, an unknown person you help. You will think, oh, from where how is he going to help you? But another unknown person will help you. That's the thing. Rain, cycle, yes. Or cyclical, everything is cyclical. That is another impact. Another science, there is a principle, nothing is created or destroyed. Rain, it is not created, it is not destroyed. It is eternal, the process. Nothing is created or nothing is destroyed. You cannot destroy, you cannot create it. So that's it. Or another Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna's teaching, Nishkama Karma. Rain doesn't have to expect anything. It washes the drought hit earth. It beautifies, it nourishes. It helps to germinate. It helps to flourish. It helps to flower. It helps to produce fruits. Nishkama. Nishkama Karma is a famous teaching of Lord Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita means Bhagavan's song. God's song, that's the meaning. Bhagavad Gita. Gita means song. So Bhagavad Gita. You understand that? Nishkama Karma. Gratitude. So that everything is cyclical. And also I told you about the good will return to you. Do good, it will definitely return to you. Now don't expect it from which corner. It will be from the most unexpected corner. These are the things that you should meditate and enjoy after reading this poem. Understand? Very good. Then what is blank verse? Already I told you, blank verse means lines written without rhyming. Alright. Rhyme is repetition of same sound. Rain, gain, rain, feign, like that. That is rhyming. Yes. And you have got it. About the poet. About the poet, I already had told you, is an American poet, a famous American poet, one of the great American poets. And his defining collection, you can say Leaves of Grass. A collection of poetry. Leaves of Grass. That is. And he was also a promoter of a philosophical stream called Transcendentalism. 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 What is transcend? Transcend means what? Transcend means go across. So no? Transcend something means go through to some other place. That is transcend. So transcendentalism means it's a stream, I told you, philosophy where these people like you have heard of Emerson, you have heard of Thoreau. So such people, they believe that divinity provides all nature and humanity. Transcendentalism, beyond nature. This is not, what you see is not the reality. Beyond this reality, go beyond, that is transcendentalism. Beyond this reality, what you see, consider reality, there is something else. And what is that something else? That is the divine nature. The divine nature pervades, envelops all nature and humanity. So that is the philosophy of transcendentalism. So Leaves of Grass, transcendentalism, American poet, essays, journalist, poet who you can say equal to, or I don't want to compare that because that will be a judgment. One of the greatest poets of America, you can say. So that is about the author. Leaves of Grass, this is very important. It's a collection of poetry poems written by Walt Whitman. The Leaves of Grass, famous, and also Transcendentalism. He is known for this also. Support transcendence. There are some people who say that is, but we don't enter into such kind of polemics and debates. For the time being, let us say he was also there. And in the here also you can see Transcendentalism, going beyond what is written here. Going beyond. There are, you can see altogether, the poem only 8 lines, 9 and 10 are not, they are not actually, they are parentheses put in brackets. So in these 10 lines altogether we find transcendentalist thinking. Transcendentalist thinking you will find. That something goes beyond. Listen, some ideas we can see beyond this, what is expressed here. So divine nature, in nature and also in humanity. I think now that is clear, discussion is over, no problem, everything is clear to you. We have done the point, we have done the question and answer session, and now again, once again, what is the form of the poem, conversational dialogue, what are the poetic devices used? Already I have told you 7, that is personification, then you have got onomatopoeia, and you have archaism. If you think that the word is difficult for you, I will write it here. Archaic means old forms. Archaic words. Archaic expression. That is for reverence. Who art thou? To God we will not say, who are you? How are you? Thou means you. So that is for reverence and also to create a sense of some, say, mystery. Because he cannot see them. So he said, who art thou? So Moses asked Jehovah this question. So like that, to that level, yes. So I to the salt falling, etc. Now what does the poet think that he is training? Because he never expected that it would give an answer. Why does the poet call the rain soft falling shower? First of all, reverence. Secondly, enjoying the sound of the shower. Understand? Shower. It is beautiful, soft. And then how does the poet describe this? It is not a downpour. How does the poet describe the origin of it? Eternal, I rise from land, from bottomless sea and go upward, etc. That's what they do. Then what does the rain do? The rain washes droughts, it washes atoms, it or removes layers of dust, and also it causes to causes the dormant spring to come back. So dormant earth to back to life. I told you yesterday about Chaucer, sweet showers of April. Yeah, you have time, then you should just you can go through the 20 lines also in the beginning. The prologue to Canterbury Tales. The prologue to, I can say, the prologue to Canterbury Tales. Prologue means introduction. Canterbury is the place, name of place. Tales. The tales told in Canterbury. That's all. Canterbury Tales. Yes. And then you have got an inn in Canterbury. Inn. A hotel, a lodge, inn. I-double-N, inn. The Tabard Inn. Tabard's Inn. Yes. Okay. If you have interested, you should at least 20 lines. Middle English specifically you can follow. And then what does the explanation of so why does the rain, what does the rain do? What would have happened? Remain a desert. Explain line I give back. This is the key. It's the most important. I already told you. Lot of philosophical explanation can be given here. How does the poet derive parallel? That also we saw. That means song and the song comes by. So also the song of the poem. What impact? Impact is many impacts. Many impacts we have. You can think about those people who help you on the thing. I already told you, I think no problem. Simple, what is blank words and about the poet. When you are writing about the poet, a brief note, these two words are very important. Leaves of Grass is his collection, and then Transcendentalism. He was a great poet, he was a journalist, he was an essayist. He was a leading figure in the firmament of American literary scene. Yes. In the firmament of American literature. Firmament means sky, heaven, that is. Understand? If you find that it is a big word, I say one of the leading poets of American literature. Hope you are fine. Remember this? Let's wash our hands and flush out Corona. Bye. Have a nice day.